Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. And before we get on to today's video, I kind of wanted to give y'all guys an update on my nail. I'm currently wearing a band-aid on it. My nail actually did fall off. It popped off during work, but not completely. The next day, which I believe was a Saturday, I started messing with it and I was able to actually pop it off the rest and actually pull it out. And it does look like there's a nail bed or something growing, but it looks really weird and gross. It kind of looks kind of freaky, especially since all of this is like white. So I'm just going to be wearing band-aids on for now. I do take them off when I'm at home just so it could get like some air, but especially if I'm going to like work or anywhere else other than that, just to give it that little cushion that the band-aid has on there. So that way I don't accidentally scrape it, bump it. I have done it already a couple times and it does really hurt because the skin is very sensitive. It kind of tugs when I bend my finger. But other than that, it is fine. If I sleep on it or if I accidentally do something hard, it doesn't hurt. But just wanted to give y'all guys an update that my nail has fallen off and it's healing. This is going to be a month's process. I'm almost at 3 months now. Yeah, got it in February.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far.
In today's video, I did a poll on Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at casey.lovely. I'm going to start doing more, I guess, like questions, polls, and stuff on there to get y'all guys input on what y'all want to know, or what you guys want me to review, or what's the next video going to be. And I did a poll against Blue Blood versus the James Charles palette. In the beginning, Blue Blood was winning a lot. Then it became kind of even. And then for a while, James was winning. But overall, Blue Blood got a couple more votes. So it was like about a 50-ish kind of percentage. So today's video, I am going to be reviewing and also trying on the Blue Blood palette by Jeffree Star. And of course, this is how it looks like. There's been many videos and also his release launch video of the palette, but this is the gist of it. It has more blues. There are some neutrals, but a majority of it's supposed to be kind of like a mermaid theme. So there are like blues, blue greens, mints, but of course he does throw in some colors that people can use. Even if they don't want to use like bright colors every single day, they still have some like browns and kind of like cream pale kind of colors to go for like a natural everyday look. But that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm actually going to be doing half of it with my fingers and half the side with a brush. I am going to be doing right side with a brush and left side with my fingers just to see the difference, because I noticed with the Tati palette that depending the brush you use, or I guess kind of like a technique, the output of how it applies to your skin is way differently than it is with a finger. So I kind of want to try different types of colors that have different formulas. One matte, I'm going to try a metallic and also a glitter, and just to test out how does it apply with a brush onto my skin and how differently applies with my finger. Using the only glitter that he has, which is Ocean Eyes. He has about 5 different types of metallics, but I'm not going to be including this one because this one's mostly like a very bright, probably for like a highlighter, inner corner or outer corner. Or for your brow bone, and this is like a color I probably would never wear, and it doesn't feel like a good transition between these shades. So the other shades that he has for metallic is entitled Deceased, Ice Tray, and Crystal Fresh. So, and then the rest are completely mattes. So I will be doing Ice Tray in the outside with Undertaker in the middle, then going to Ocean Eyes inside. So the three colors, those are the three colors I'm going to be using today. And like I said, right side is the brush and then left side is going to be with my fingers. So let's get on. And before we get started, let me take off my glasses so I don't break them. So these are the brushes I'm going to be using for my right side. This one kind of looks like a packer brush. I'm going to be trying to use for Ocean Ice since it's like a glitter, and I feel like this will pick up the glitter a little bit more. And these, I'm just going to be randomly using it between shades so that way I can blend it out for the transitions. So we'll be dipping into Ice Tray first. So I'm just going to pick up a good amount onto my shade and just tap it within the pan for the access. So we will be starting the metallic on the outside. So we're just going to keep this here and blend it out a little bit. And we're going to bring it in. So the look I'm going to be doing, which is why I'm dragging like the makeup all the way here, is that I'm going to be doing a cut crease. And normally for a cut crease, you have to cover your whole entire eye in the shade, and then you put foundation where you want to cut it at, in a sense. But I'm going to be doing that without using foundation or concealer. I'm just going to be trying to do the best I can to see and then cutting it. So I'm just going to be making it a lot more darker on the outside and making it a little bit thinner. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more and pack it in a good there and just keep dragging it. And then the amount that I can see with the mirror that I'm using, there is a good amount of space right here, which I'm going to do with my second color. Next, I am going to be getting Undertaker. What I tried to do, since the mattes, I feel like if I don't apply them well, they come out a lot paler. So instead of doing that in the outside and dragging it in, I decided to do the metallic first because I felt like it was going to be dark enough for the transition for it to go to a little bit lighter and then pack on the glitter. So I am going to get Undertaker. And the brush I'm using is actually just a concealer brush, but I feel like it's going to be easier packing it in the middle part, and I just tap in the excess inside the pan so that way I can just pick it up later. And also, if it's really echoey with the audio, it is just because we are in a different location filming, and it has like really high ceilings, so the audio, like, it echoes a lot. So I'm just gonna be tapping it. So I'm just going to be packing it in where the spots was left. And I'm just patting it instead of just like actually moving around, just so I can build up the black so it can look really pigment like this. And next I'm going to try to get a little bit of a floofy brush and just kind of blend in the colors a little bit to make the transition line not that harsh. Just blend it in, try to mix in the colors just a bit. If I think that's what I'm doing. Shit, I really don't know. I'm just gonna get Ice Tray a little bit and pack it on over here. Just blend it out with Undertaker a little bit, and it's a little bit lighter in the inner corner because I'm going to start packing in the glitter from the inside all the way up here. It's going to be covering up a little bit, probably less than half of Undertaker, and I'm going to try to drag it up just a bit so it covers up Ice Tray. Next, we are going to be dipping into the glitter Ocean Eyes. And I'm just going to be dragging it and not swishing it around, just trying to pick up the most I can. And we are going to pack it starting in the inside and try to cover up a good amount of Undertaker in that inner corner. I don't feel like it's applying anything.
Yeah, because it's dark.
It's not packing the glitter that well. Am I supposed to wet this? I know some people wet it. Drag it on to like kind of like the eyeliner part. Okay guys, so that is the look with the brushes. I try to do kind of like a double cut crease in a sense where, you know, you color your whole lid one shade, put concealer, eye concealer, foundation on it, like a good half of it, putting another color, and some people even cut it twice where they put a little bit more foundation on that second color so they can pack in the glitter. Now, I do know some eyeshadows or highlighters can come out a little bit better if you put setting spray, which is technically just water or some sort of, you know, kind of combination.
Yeah.
On the brushes, so that way it's a little bit wet and it could pick up the product a little bit more. I'm not sure if I should have done that with the glitter, but so far I can't really see, but it looks kind of well in the camera. I kind of feel like I probably should have chosen a different type of darker metallic, but with the palette itself, there isn't that much darker shades than the one that I tried on, but I think the transition from it was really, really nice. I kind of think I probably could have started out with the matte if I would have packed it on really, really, really good. I probably could have went from black to that grayish blue to dark blue, but ni modos, it looks really nice to the little bit I can see. And then next we are going to try to do the exact same technique that I did, except with my fingers. And of course, every finger is a different size. So that's normally what I do when I'm trying to apply the colors. I use like a different finger just so if I need to get somewhere. So that is how we're going to start it. And we're going to grab ice tray with my fingers and it looks super, super pretty. It's like a nice metallic. And we're just gonna start first by going in and dragging it so I can go ahead and leave that space that I need to leave blank. And then we're just gonna grab it and then I just like to tap it so I can blend it out. That's the way I do it. I'm trying to get it the same height more or less on the other side. Tap, 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 just so it gets on there. Just gonna use my other finger just to tap it on a little bit more on the inside. Trying to get the inner corner so that way when that blue hits it, it's gonna look really nice, especially if there's like a little bit more see-through. I think that is a good enough base. So now we are going to go with Undertaker and we're going to cut it. And Undertaker is a black kind of with a blue tint to it. It looks really nice on my finger. And we are just going to pat it in where there is space. Just cover up all the brown. Now, something I do notice when I use my fingers for makeup, it's always best to pat the product on there. Sometimes if you drag, you potentially can end up dragging the rest of your makeup as well, since your fingers are like big and they're not like soft like brushes. So you just have to be careful with that whenever you're using your fingers. But I do think it looks good. Everything so far has come out. I'm not too worried that Undertaker did not go that much in my inner corner since we are about to pack it up with the Ocean Eyes. So we're gonna pick up Ocean Eyes, and I got a lot by accident, but we're going to try to pat this in. But I think since it's kind of like a glitter, it might be a little bit better if I drag it a little bit. Hopefully I don't get as much, I hopefully don't mess up the rest of the makeup by doing that. We're just gonna pat, pat, pat. Then we're just gonna drag it a little bit just so the product can go on there. It's just like, so that's the rest of the eye look. This side is with my fingers, as you just saw. I kind of feel like the pickup of the glitter was a little bit more better with my finger. I could actually see that there was like a lot on there. I think it is very pretty. Let me go ahead and put on my glasses so I can see the final results. Oh, wow. I think I probably should have changed the transition. And I feel like I probably would have liked it a little bit better if I would have started with Undertaker, Ice Tray, then Ocean Eyes. But as I think as the final result, this is really, really nice. I did have issues with the glitter, just like I had with Tati's palette with the brushes. I'm not sure if there's like a different type of brush for specifically for glitters, or if that's just how they are, because since the pigments are like, since it's glitters, it's like a little bit thicker and chunkier. The only issue that I had was blending it out to up here with my fingers, because my fingers was a little bit too big, and if I would do it in a certain way, it probably go up all the way. But if you were to actually clean this up with a makeup wipe and just like do final touches, you know, like probably get a brush and do a little bit more blending, and basically kind of cut it with a makeup wipe to clean off everything where you don't want it to be. It is a very nice look. I love the colors in his Blue Blood palette. These are mainly all kind of like blue-ish, blue tinted. Even Undertaker kind of had like a little bit of an undertone of blue, which is really, really cool. He does have some greens in here, which I would be probably interested to try. But overall, with the mattes, metallics, and the glitters that he has in his palette, they all come off really, really nice. They probably are like a really good shade. So far with the matte that I used, it did come off. I did have to build it up whether or not I used my brush or my finger, so I did have to build it up a little bit, so it does come off a little bit thinner on me, on my skin for some reason. Thanks so much for watching the video. And if you don't know, I'm actually currently doing a month-long giveaway that will be ending on May the 12th. So if you want to have a chance to enter and win a prize, I have currently some items that I have that I'm giving away. But of course, if the price isn't reasonable-ish, you know, willing to buy products from different brands, you know, just not makeup, you know, perfume, skincare, whatever, the whole shebang. Video will be linked in the description box below. I'm also doing one similar to it on Instagram. So if you follow me on casey.lovely, go ahead and check out that post as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Or if you're on a desktop, you can hit that little icon at the corner of the video and it will subscribe you to the channel. If you want to be notified when I upload a new video, hit that notification bell, because I will be trying to upload 3 new videos every single week on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Currently right now, the times are not going to be fixed. I'm just going to upload them whenever they're finished, done editing, and I know that I will probably watch and enjoy watching them. And guys, please stay safe. I know a majority of you guys are still in lockdown while some places are still opening up. But if you're on lockdown, stay inside, play some games, just try to entertain yourself, because I know a lot of places are reopening up and back in mid-May to end of May. So hopefully by June, we're back to normal. Of course, COVID-19 will probably be something similar to the flu, because even then, flu is still deadly to a majority of our people in America. COVID actually got to the point where, you know, America had to be shut down, but hopefully everything gets back to normal. A vaccine, some way to help prevent all these deaths could probably help us out in the near future. And guys, just stay safe, and thank you guys so much for watching this video.